Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Nolan. I'm an occupational therapist and I work with Can Do MS, and I'm here to give you a little information on what we can do when we have to suddenly change our entire life and we're working from home and doing all these different things. And today I have some tips for you on how to make your home office work for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is position. A lot of us are sitting at tables that are not meant to be desks. We have different blocks and gadgets holding everything in weird places. I know I have my tablet stacked up on a few blocks just so I can get the right position for my video conferences. I want you to realize that there is an important position for everything to be in when you're working that will allow you to be able to use your muscles correctly and to not be overworking. So when we're sitting at a desk or a table or whatever you're sitting at right now, I want you to try and focus on having your hips, knees, and ankles all at 90 degrees, while your shoulders are relaxed and your hands are at your keyboard with your forearms parallel to the floor. Now that might be hard to position if you're using something that's not a computer chair. So if you can adjust the height of whatever chair you're on or table you're at, bring it as close as possible. And then if your feet are hanging off the floor, put some kind of block or a step stool under your feet to support them. Because when you have support under your feet, it helps with your balance and your positioning, and it also takes a little bit of work off of your body. So another thing I want you to remember is, though they might be called laptops, it's not a good idea to hold your laptop on your lap. Often people with MS have lost sensation and may not be aware that a laptop is heating up on their lap, and it can cause burns. So please don't put your laptops on your lap. Have them up on a table or on a surface that builds a barrier between your lap and the computer. Some people might find it helpful to get an ergonomic keyboard or an ergonomic mouse. You can look on the internet and find all different types that are helpful in positioning while you're using your keyboard and your mouse more. Some people are using them more than they're used to, so it might help to have some type of modified version that works better for you. Another option is voice to text. Some people find it easier to use a voice to text instead of typing throughout their entire day. This is a little difficult to do right off the bat for some people, where the system learns your speech and it kind of gets used to you, but it's a great idea if you need to conserve some energy. Also, when you're working in your new home office, keep all of your supplies in a close space. So make them reachable. Try not to have your highlighters and pencils on the other side of the room where you have to constantly get up and move. If you can have the printer nearby, so when you print something, it's easy to reach, that's going to help you conserve energy as well. Another thing to consider is lighting. So when you're in your room and you have dim lighting, you're going to fatigue your eyes a little bit more. So if you can have a little bit brighter of lighting, not too bright where it's straining you, and hopefully some natural light, that will help ease the strain on your eyes while you're working at the computer. When we're talking about vision and working at a computer, it's also important to consider the 20-20-20 rule. So we want every 20 minutes, you take a 20-second break from looking at your computer and you look 20 feet away or more if you want to. But it's good for you to try and give these rest breaks to your eyes, because your eyes are using muscles to hold their position as well, and those muscles need to take breaks. Another thing that you could consider is having blue light filters on your computer through different apps or settings in your computer, or blue light blocking glasses. They can also help reduce the strain on your eyes when you are trying to stay at a computer for an extended amount of time. Though this might not be part of setting up your environment, it's important to also remember, while you're working at your desk, you need to take movement breaks too. Your body's not designed to sit at a desk all day long without movement. We need to make sure that you get up and move around every 30 minutes if possible. And that could be something as simple as just walking to the bathroom or the kitchen to get something to drink, petting your pets, or stretching or dancing, whatever you need to do. But try and move your body every half hour if you can, so that your body doesn't get stiff. That stiffness can increase the spasticity in your body, and it can also lead to pain Later on, maybe, is when you're going to notice it more. So make sure you're giving yourself reminders to take those movement breaks. So you can set alarms on your phone, and there are even apps that'll help remind you to move. And not only movement breaks, but remember, just because you're at home doesn't mean that you need to sit in front of this desk and not get to take a break. You have to remember to take breaks, just like you did at work. Take the time to go have lunch, lay down when you need to. Try to be aware of your body when it's telling you it's getting tired. We need to remember that when you have MS, your body fatigues faster and easier. So give your body the breaks that it needs. Sometimes we have a tendency to bring a coffee cup or coffee to the table when we're working at our home office. And since our cafe is right around the corner inside the building with us, it might be easy to keep drinking coffee. Please, if you can, fill a bottle of water and have that water bottle at your desk. We need to remember to stay hydrated. When we get dehydrated, our body starts to get stiff and achy, and we can also cause irritation in the bladder. So make sure you're still drinking plenty of water and keep that bottle of water right next to your computer if you can. Also, on that same note, if you can make it ice water to control temperatures, that's great. If you're the type of person who starts to overheat easily, remember to have things like small desk fans. Even a large fan is fine. Cooling vests are great to use. Some places right now aren't getting too cold or too hot. Right now in Colorado, it's not getting too hot and we're doing okay here, but some of the other parts of our country are starting to really warm up. So remember to keep your temperature regulated. And the most important part that I think helps when you're in your home office is to make it enjoyable. Put up a picture of a loved one or your pets. Allow your pets in the room if you can. I know my dog has been spending a lot of time with me. Make a painting or hang a picture or bring some plants into the room, but make the work environment enjoyable. You're spending a lot of time there. You're not able to engage as much with other people right now. But there are ways that you can make that space enjoyable so you're not just stuck in your work dungeon all day long. So these are just some fun tips to help you with your new home office that you might be working in, and I hope they help make your workday go a little bit better.